Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to day 8 of Plexus Bootcamp 101. And I'm super excited that you guys have taken the time to tune in today. And I am going to share with you guys some basic pointers that I think would be super helpful for you as you start to gain some confidence with the products and also as you learn more about the business. And one of the things that I want to encourage you is to not hesitate to reach out to your sponsor. After signing up, certainly this is going to be your go-to person, but also keep in mind as our teams are growing and flourishing that it's completely fine for you to just reach out to other people on the team as well. I would strongly encourage you to learn really like the top 3 people in your upline. And you can certainly figure that out via your back office. If you go into the back office, select reports, then detailed genealogy, you will see your sponsor upline. And honestly, the team that we have here in Atlanta and really have exploded throughout the United States and Canada, we really work well together and pitch in and help each other out. So please don't feel like your direct upline is the only person that you can go to. In terms of doing different conference calls and welcome calls as you start to grow your team, certainly reach out to whoever you feel like would be the best asset to do that call. I typically reach out to my direct upline and then 2 people above her, and that really is a great combination that we have. And certainly I'm willing to do calls for anybody that's in my downline. So again, try to figure out who are going to be your go-to people, and not only your go-to people for calls and for watching what they're posting, but also accountability. And I have several girls that I work really closely with that are above me and even on other teams that I work with in terms of accountability. And I think that that has really helped to take my business and my confidence to another level. Something else I want to encourage you with is to not get overwhelmed. I know that sometimes it seems like there's information overload. There's a lot of posting going on the pages, but just take a deep breath, grab a cup of hot tea, and just keep scrolling through and trying to be a sponge for it. I have a spiral notebook that is my go-to. And so I try to keep this right next to my computer. So if I'm watching a video or I'm on a call, I keep them all here together. And I'll date the calls. I'll write down little notes for myself just so that I'm able to keep everything in the same place and not constantly frazzled with my organization. The final thing that I want to mention today is making that first Facebook post. By this point, you really should feel confident enough to make that Facebook post. Hopefully your products have arrived, you've taken your swim for a day or two, or maybe you're much further into this journey. But I will tell you that about probably 90% of my business has been built via social media and Facebook. So how do you do that? Well, there's a couple of really easy ways to start. First off, you can just do your personal, I'm joining, Plexus and really want to share this with people. It's my health and wellness journey. Would you like to join me? You can do it via some of the ingredients that you have checked out, or you can do it just a simple graphic. I love my Plexus Slim, or I love my Plexus Energy, just to get the conversation going with your friends and just let them know, hey, I'm on this journey. I'd love for you to join me. Facebook is a great, easy start, but I would also encourage you to make sure that you start talking to people face to face. If your child is involved in sports or gymnastics or in preschool carpool line, think about all of the ways in which you're connected with people. And sometimes I hear from people, yeah, but I work from home and I don't know a lot of people, or we don't belong to a church, we're not really active, our town is really small. And my response to that is, well, those are excuses. And so at some point you've got to make the decision to jump over those hurdles. So it might mean that you join a gym, or you start volunteering at the community center, or you and one of my girls on my team, she volunteers with a pet rescue. And so there's lots of different ways for you to put yourself out there. But let's set aside those excuses of I don't know people and find ways to meet people. And, you know, this is a great time of the year to join a gym. You can meet tons of people there. You get a little Plexus hat and you wear it when you work out. Or, you know, you're in the grocery store and you've got your Plexus hat or your Plexus sweatshirt on, and you give the checkout girl a stick of Slim and say, hey, try this. I'd love to know what you think. And next time when I come in, you can give me your thoughts. But do your best to put yourself out there and to talk to people. Don't just limit yourself to sitting behind your computer on Facebook. And I've told this story before, but sometimes I'm really tired and I don't want to go to my son's baseball practices. But there comes a point where you're like, you know what? This is a great way for me to network and to talk to people and to meet people. And so, you know what, Amy? You're going to go to practice tonight. Scott's not going to, or we'll go together. And just really be bold in that sharing. And so again, just to kind of recap for today, get to know your upline. Don't try to do this yourself. Don't try to be a one-man operation, because there are tons of people who have gone before us and we need to duplicate what they're doing. Secondly, don't get overwhelmed. Lots of information overload, and we're all still learning with each other. So learn together, but don't be overwhelmed by it and don't shut down. Have a growth mindset, not just fix that this is what I know, I can't do it, I'm overwhelmed. No, broaden your horizons. It's really amazing and refreshing what happens when you put yourself out there. And then lastly, post it up. Get on Facebook, get connected, and let's rock and roll with this journey. I'm super proud of you guys. Again, I know there's a lot to learn, a lot going on with this Plexus thing, but just know you're right where God intended you to be. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.